Say whatever you want. 3, 2, 1.
The fucking video is gonna come out.
So make sure you watch it.
Why?
Why?
So I can't think of anything.
Watch it. Episode
I think I got a
318.
contact happening
Drop
in this
soon.
room. For real.
Shit happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Thank you guys so much for coming.
Peace.
Rolling.
And we're back, y'all. Episode 318. If you know, you know. We're here with some special guests. We've got this whole entire, media tour kind of, coming to a close, but the last day today, we're really pushing a bunch of interviews, from like 1 o'clock until about 8 o'clock. And then we're going to a show tonight, so it's going to be a busy day. So tell us who we have here, where they can find you on social media.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? I'm KYhoney, KYhoney. Instagram at KYhoneymusic. I've got a website called KYhoneymusic.com. And yeah, social media through KYhoney. That's me, baby.
KYhoney. When I hear the name KYhoney, I think of like a sex gel that's like, like a honey pack. I don't know why. You guys are you guys familiar with honey packs? You guys know what those are?
I've heard about it.
They send these like they're like essentially like a Viagra in a fucking honey pack.
Oh hell yeah. That's kind of like me.
Yeah. So like they basically. Well, we're about this episode's gonna get real good soon. We got no, but it's like I don't know where they send them from. It's like overseas from like Africa or some other shit. But it's literally like the main thing. So you'll see like Detroit rappers and stuff. Like they'll be talking about like honey and henny packs, and they're literally like they're having henny in their honey packs in their henny, and it's wild. It's wild. It's everyone's just straight fucking boners everywhere. I'm sure. It's just.
That sounds dangerous.
It does.
I didn't think you were supposed to mix Viagra and booze.
You're
putting it right in the
same
same
they
cocktail.
do it. Yeah, there's a song where he talks about putting like 3 in a bottle. Yeah.
God damn.
So fucking.
Vitals checked. I hope you're staying hydrated.
Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve.
We love it.
We know what you're up to, Scuba Steve.
Well, I met you, at the Madison Live, and I think I talked about it on a couple, mini talks prior to this. I was just blown away, from the beginning to how much love you showed to the network and facilitating interviews for us to to now the follow up, like just to watch everything from the start to finish, and just like. It was like a roller coaster. I didn't know what to expect the whole time, and as the first time, and it was the 6th time for you guys to have that type of show, and man, it was special, man. Tell them where they can find you at.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. First of all, thank y'all for having me on here. We do a lot of video production and love facilitating cool people doing cool stuff. That's about it.
Yeah, it's definitely cool because we got a couple cool people on this episode. We got Dead Tooth in the back. She's on the camera. She's picking her nose right now, but she can.
Picking her wedgie.
You don't have to see any of that, because she's gonna be coming on. You gonna be sitting on the pillow like I didn't like. No, crisscross applesauce or what?
Crisscross applesauce for sure.
There you go. Well,
it's definitely not October 22nd.
She's the one where she'll like. We started recording last night, and I'm literally like 40 seconds in, and she's just staring at me, and I'm just like, oh shit.
Well, thank you all for having me. Thank you, guys. My name is Mike Heffron. I run a creative media company here in the Cincinnati area called Spinx Underwear. Huge fan of creativity. I love facilitating creative people doing cool shit.
Yeah. We definitely got some cool people here.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
I know this is we call it you call it the Daydreamers Club, but today it's the Cool Kids Club.
Yeah.
Daydreamers, cool kids, feeling good, whatever.
Yeah. Either way, good vibes all around.
Good vibes only.
So talk about how you guys got started. You obviously you're a musician. Was something like that. Introduced you as an early child. Talk about stuff like that.
Well, it all started a long, long time ago.
A long time.
When my parents decided to fornicate. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, basically, I've been on a really beautiful, deep path. In 2013, I won the Audience Choice Awards for like a national twerk scholarship for GCJ, and I was like on radio stations. I was in.
So what is that? What is that award like? What is that like?
You basically put up a camera and you say why you deserve to win $50,000, and then you shake your booty, and that's what I did. And there was like thousands of women that auditioned.
A lot of people that yeah.
And I won the voting for it. So like I had like millions of people basically, like I had a video go viral.
Yeah.
But it sent me into like a hermit shell. I was like, oh my god, I'm not ready for this. Bah! And so that happened in 2013. So for the past 10 years, I've been super just diving into like, because I feel there is such an oversaturation of sloppy sexiness in the like mainstream music. Like being sexy is cool. Like do your thing. In no way am I trying to hate. However, it made me not feel safe because I love like the catchiness of the music. However, the lyrics and the message behind it felt so degrading and disrespectful. I was like, you kiss your mother with that mouth? Yeah.
Some of them do.
So for 10 years, I've been traveling through North, South, and Central America. I've sat in a lot of ceremonies. I love like just peeling back.
Central America, out of the country. You heard.
Central and South America, like off grid, like
How
going down rough terrain. Boop, 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 boop.
How did like something like that? You know, like how did that decision come about? Where you just like, I'm fucking tired of the United States and I'm really trying to see the world more.
Well, I was in the United States. I was working a corporate job. I was like a national calendar girl. Did a reality show. And was like, I know that there's more for me. I'm not just a hot chick that knows how to shake my ass. Like, I know so much more. So I ended up being like, I'm feeling called to just take a leap. So I moved by myself, solo dolo. First time leaving the nest. Thank you so much. In 2016, I moved from Kentucky to Colorado. I transitioned. And within 3 weeks, I met this woman from Colombia who like helps to organize bringing indigenous elders here and organize like ceremonies and retreats and like conscious festivals. She's now my sister-in-law, and I went to South America for the first time with her, and it completely transformed my life. And for the first time, I had like a really deep connection to the earth, to the elements. And so basically what I've been investing in the past 10 years is like developing who I am and what my purpose is and what my message is, because I can't, like, I got offered to be video vixen and twerk videos. I got offered pornography deals. Like, I was getting a lot of deals that was like, there's a lot of money here for you. Right. But I was like, no, like, that's not what I want to do with my energy here, because my twerking started when I was 4. So it comes from such like a pure, innocent space. Right. It's like, I'm just having fun. Like, this is great. And then it got tainted, you know? Like, I feel like sexuality in our collective is kind of traumatized, used, and abused in a lot of ways. So I got to go to work on how I handle my sexual energy and my creative life force energy. And I was celibate for a long time and just, like, really sat with who I am and why I exist. And now I'm like, I love making booty shake. I love booty shake. I love watching them. So, like, how can I bring an offering that makes people feel empowered when they listen to it, but still like down in a gritty, earthy, grounded vibe. So I'm passionate about doing that. I love bringing people together and doing like kundalini activation, like twerk shops, making it like a ceremony though, you know what I'm saying? Because life is a ceremony. And that's just a little bit. I mean, in like a little nutshell, there's a lot of different avenues we could go with that, but
and to touch on, you know, kind of some of, you know, the positive, I guess, positive women influences that you would say, you know, who are some of those influences that really like you want to shout out? Maybe you're you know.
Yeah. Well, first of all, shout out to my mom and like the women in my lineage. Like I grew up with some badass women.
Yeah, some powerful women.
Yeah, they were all horse jockeys, so they were all successful women in a male-dominated sport. Tiny little like beasts.
Yeah.
So shout out to my bloodline. And then as far as positive influences, I would say her name's Leah. She's one of my really dear friends in California. Leah Live Free on Instagram. She's just like this juicy, sacred, ceremonial, badass woman that like I feel so soulfully connected to. She and I are soul sisters, and I followed her on social media for a long time, and she really helped activate me just through watching her post and watching her be in her own liberation. And now we're like close friends, and it's like so cool to watch that. Another one would be Activation Vibration. I've been watching her for a while. She's a dope chick to follow. Queen Herbie is a dope one. Shannon Blake's rocking it. Lizzie Jeff is rocking it. I mean, I just really all women that I've encountered on my life, negatively and positively, has really helped get me to where I'm at, and just have a desire to just make women feel safe. Men too. However, a lot of women aren't feeling safe to be fully activated and to be like expressions that are like yeah, I'm expressing parts of myself that society told me I need to keep private, or I should be ashamed of, or be a good girl. You can still be a good girl and dirty bitch at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Basically, is the message I'm trying to bridge to the people.
Absolutely.
Make it sexy, but make it sacred at the same time, and a little bit silly. Don't take anything too seriously.
Definitely the silly part is my favorite. I love that you're silly because I'm silly to the
You're
max.
silly as shit.
Silly as shit.
I love your
so
silliness.
it's like, it's a lot, but it's fun. It was funny last night. We ended up taking him to a rave in Columbus. Well,
You shouldn't even tell me.
I didn't even tell him. So he's getting all this candy and stuff.
I don't know what the
and
fuck.
He was.
Have you been to a rave?
He
So
thought that.
what I told her was like, I've been to EDM shows, right? That's what the I don't know. To me, I guess like a rave. I was thinking it was like a festival. So like, I'm thinking like the whole time like, yeah, I've gone to a couple EDM shows. Like they pass out fucking bubble wands. They fucking get the it's all right. But that shit, we weren't even like in the cut, but we were off in the distance, and it still felt like people were coming up shopping. Like I sell like vintage and stuff, and having like I guess so many fucking people coming and like shopping, and I was like, damn, this is like a lot of people talk about this shit in Michigan where damn, we gotta go to Lost Lands, we gotta go to like I could probably show you my buddy Flacco. This motherfucker said for Christmas, I still want that general admission and the fucking early access for Lost Lands, and I'm just like. Man, we was just talking about that shit. Literally, a lady yesterday was, "Hey, I work within Lost Lands. I fucking do this and that. Like, so I'm about to like try to fucking facilitate, getting some people involved with that shit, and just a community that you can just feel the love.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it was dope.
Columbus is a beautiful.
I gave somebody a piece of gum and he gave me a bracelet. I was like, whoa.
Okay,
fucking run it, bro.
It's a good trade.
Yeah. He was like, he asked like 6 people and they're like, nah, bro, I'm good. I don't have anything for you. I'm like, damn, okay, well, shit, I got some juicy fruit, bro, like half a piece.
Doesn't get better.
Running low.
Yeah, that's heady trades.
Yeah.
Heady trades can be whatever they are.
It was wild, and she's like, that's the shit I'm talking about. She's just like soaking it all up as well, and I'm like, I don't know what you're meaning, but tell me more.
Yeah, she's in her element, fired up.
You got fucking candy. You got fucking candy.
You got the candy.
Yeah.
You are in there. You're in there.
But yeah, it's cool, to be around that, and I can tell, like she has, like everybody she's introduced me to is like, they've all been great people.
Yeah.
Like she never introduced me where I'm like, damn, he's probably gonna see my wallet if I fucking go to the bathroom and don't take it. Like no.
You haven't met them yet.
Right.
She's like, oh, I got something. I'm just saving them.
Hey, well, keep them away. Good energy. And I appreciate you joining us, and I appreciate you.
Definitely.
So
For sure.
Y'all got good taste in people. I'm just saying. We pick now. I'm totally joking. But for real, I'm not joking at the same time.
Yeah.
So for you, man, with the media, do you think that early on, like, you were like, man, I'm gonna fucking, I got this, leadership role. Did you see something early?
I didn't start taking the media route until, almost COVID.
Okay.
Before then, I'd spent most of the time in the music world, doing all sorts of stuff in the music world. We started as like a punk band back when I was like 14.
Okay.
And then played in punk bands, and then sort of like crossover, like rock bands, metal. Then we got into like the jam band scene. Then we got into we were like in emo for a long time back in that age. So I feel blessed that we were able to discover so many different cultures in that way. The same way you're describing the EDM culture.
Yeah.
Like that's what I love. I love that fascination of discovery, and especially our world seems to be shrinking so much with social media. We feel like the world's small, but right next door is a whole world that you don't even know about, like a whole culture of people, like the way that vendors work, or like when I first got in the jam scene, going to shows and seeing stuff like this, you don't see anything like that in the heavy metal scene. Well, maybe you do now, I don't know, but back then, art and stuff, that was a totally different thing. So when those things started merging, I was like, whoa, you can kind of blend everything together. Like, we don't need to create just one thing. So once COVID hit and music completely shut down, I was working as a booking agent for some artists at the time. That completely shut down. My band broke up at the time, and I had to kind of make a choice whether we wanted to like weather this storm and see what happens after COVID, or fill another kind of role. Because I've said it for years, even back then, is everyone would always ask, what does it take for a local artist or an up and coming artist? Why are they not getting the same traction as bigger artists with bigger resources? is really a lack of the teamwork of the culture, because the culture is built, it's like an ecosystem, you know? People are like, oh, the trees are beautiful, but I hate the bugs. Like, well, without bugs, the trees don't grow.
Right.
So everything has to work together. And for a long time, the musicians were there, the fans were there, but the venues are fighting with the bands, the fans are fighting with the venues, there's no one doing media coverage. And so until we can all kind of play those roles together,
Right.
I mean, we're going to see a forest really,
And
really
that's-
flourish on that side.
And I love that, like, you see that as, like, because how I imagine that is, like, you know, like an NBA championship, you know, starting five.
Mhm.
You know, like, somebody's got to play each position.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, or football. I love football especially because
Yeah.
you can't. One guy can't be good at all positions. It's
Yeah.
impossible. It's like everyone has to be in their role to win this game.
Yeah. Unless you're Tyreek Hill, because that motherfucker has shown he can throw, he can kick.
Yeah, I don't know how he would do on offensive line though. I don't know. if
Yeah,
Tyreek
he
Hill-
definitely wouldn't be able to block anybody. He definitely would get some penalties.
Go sports.
Are you a sports girl? Not at all. You're like fucking absolutely.
If twerking is a sport, then yes.
Yeah.
I think isn't it though? Don't they have competitions and,
It's-
and
it's
stuff
a-
like that? Like
Yeah,
I
definitely.
bet it's gonna be in the Olympics soon.
It should
So,
be.
You know?
I got
Worldwide twerkers.
I got a funny twerking story. We actually went to, well, not me, but I mean I did when I was a long time, but
Okay.
it was me and my wife were just messing around in the apartment. But no, we were at this we were at the Yin Yang Twins concert. I want to say like I don't even know, maybe a month and a half ago.
They still have concerts.
Yeah, the Yin Yang Twins came through, and yeah, it was like $20. I was like,
That's
fuck yeah.
cool.
So, you know, like, we fucking sang all the classics, you know, like,
Yeah.
and it was just one of those vibes where you're just like, yeah, yeah. And we weren't whispering at all, you know, we were fucking screaming it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were like, all these girls are like just twerking, right? Twerking on stage.
Hell yeah.
And I'm not even fucking noticing nothing. I'm just taking a little video. I see dude next to me, he's fucking, yeah, yeah. I look and turn. I look at my wife and she's just,
Ah!
so I was like, I don't really understand. I was like, you hating. So I was like, all right. So like, I'm asking her, I'm like, why was you looking so pissed? And she's like, that girl had her tampon and it was just sticking out. And I said, you lying.
And you went back, you saw it.
I never seen it until I posted it. And I was like, well,
Fuck it.
still look good to me. What lie, baby? Yeah. But yeah,
Oh, that's
but yeah, it was
so funny.
so if you ladies are twerking out there, just make sure you stuff your pad for efficiently. You know, don't let it fall out.
I say just free bleed. No, I'm just kidding. Delete that part. But yes, that's what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
Twerking in Spinx Underwear.
What's things?
It's
Is it like a brand?
It's like moon cycle underwear. So instead, because
You
what
can just
I've
bleed
learned
into
as
it.
I've been learning in ceremony, like
What?
our
You just breathe into it.
Bleed into it.
Oh,
our
yeah.
moon,
Bleed into
yeah,
it.
but our moon cycles are so sacred, and so many women are disconnected from it. And
Y'all
they
start
said,
hanging out for a week. Y'all
they
have the
said-
same period. I swear.
Amen. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they said that they say when there's like a philosophy that when women start connecting with their blood in a sacred way, that blood will stop being shed over like war and destruction. So for me, when I'm bleeding, it's like a ceremonial time, and I personally don't want to drug stuff or plug my pussy portal because it's like
It's
it's
kind
like
of-
plugging her stuff in a river, right? Like
Let it
just
all-
we'll
let
just
it
drug
all
it, we'll
go out.
will not like this stuff. So there's a lot of stem cells in it, and it's actually very like beneficial to the soil. Like if you just give your blood back to the soil, it's nourishment for those plants.
I think I've
Yeah.
seen
Or you
that
can
for, like,
paint.
a-
There's women that paint
Yeah, I've
canvases
seen that
with
too.
them.
I like that.
That's
No,
awesome.
that-
That is some wild. That's like almost like
Yeah.
you ever heard of like, what was it Kim Kardashian? She had her baby and she fucking fed her goddamn her
Placenta.
placenta to the
Yeah.
fucking family and didn't tell nobody.
Yeah.
So everybody's diving in just
That's hilarious.
delicious.
My
She's
sister
like,
was.
She's like, hey, you're
Yeah.
welcome. That's a lot of
300
nourishment.
grams of
It's
protein,
supposed to be good.
motherfucker.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
good for you.
It's like
Yeah.
eating the healthiest organ of any
I don't know if I'd be pissed, but if you told me before, I'd probably be like, what are you doing? No, like I'm not eating that shit. But yeah,
So you know what I mean? I'd be like, yeah, come in,
you,
peace.
you blend that shit, make it
100%.
look like a nice steak.
Okay.
I'll be impressed.
Yeah.
I might try to get that shit on ice for the next kid. You know, like it just it might be a nice seasonal steak. It might be a really even more of a reason to get pregnant. You know?
I did.
You know? You
That's
get a nice
another
steak
thing.
at the end of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super good. Like your skin and hair will feel better than it's ever felt. After you
Just
take
pause
some
pause it for a moment and leave in the comments what do you think about that?
Yeah.
Because I'm curious to know.
I am too.
Would you or wouldn't you?
I would.
I would.
I would.
I'd try it, but I can't just like it can't be just like raw, you know, like I'm just diving into somebody's liver like I'm The Walking Dead. But it's gotta be
Seasoned.
yeah, you know,
Salty.
There might be some coach books out there.
Yeah.
How to prepare.
Marinated.
right.
Yeah.
They can prepare
Yeah.
some like giraffe. They definitely put together.
There's so many ways. You can make it into a smoothie. You can make it into capsules. You can make it into
a smoothie.
like jerky.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I've heard of the
wild.
capsules. I've only heard of the capsules. Like the
Yeah, you
Damn.
can, like dehydrated. And
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
In Colombia, they do the half like eaten or half developed chicken eggs for food, or is that only?
Not that I'm aware of.
What do you think after hearing all this stuff? You know, like what's
Where you
going on?
at,
What's-
Scotty?
yeah,
Where's-
where
You're
you
gonna
at?
eat it. You're gonna have to trick me. and
You
it's
have to
gotta
trick
be
them, right?
cooked.
Yeah, it's
It's
gotta
gotta
look.
be cooked.
He's like, just trick me and then I'll eat it. But
It's gotta look
it's
good.
not-
I am not gonna eat that thing raw.
Right. Yeah, right. We're on the same level.
Oh
All right.
my gosh.
You got an Eagles hat on. How you feeling about Philly let me down, lost me some money.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, it's my backup team. I'm a Cincinnati guy through and through, but
Yeah.
Eagles is my second team always. Yeah.
You from Philly?
No, my cousin played for him.
Oh shit. What's your cousin's name?
Brent Celeks.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Fucking just a legendary tight end. Just a legendary tight
It's been a
end.
good couple of years for Cincy
He
and Philly
did.
too.
Yeah.
That's
We
like
got,
double winning.
Well, I wouldn't say we, but I say we is like Bay City, Michigan. We have he's a linebacker, Ben Van Sumeren
Mhm.
for the Eagles, number 57.
Mhm.
So yeah, he's definitely keep killing shit. I know a lot of people are fucking proud. You know, it's just dope to see the 99 winning. Draymond Green, he chokes a lot of people, so
He can do that.
he brings some questionable spotlights, but I think all in all, the 99 is definitely a special place.
Go sports.
Yes.
Let's go sports! Let's go!
I'm sorry. That's just
Hey, you gotta let it out.
Very
You gotta let it
good.
out.
I
Sometimes
like channeling.
Wrap it up. We
It's
got
like-
15 minutes, and I
it's-
want to do 2 separate ones.
it's like releasing the demons. Just gotta let it out.
Kind of like
You are out.
in the morning after the first coffee.
Oh, when did you have your first coffee?
In the morning. You said releasing the
Oh
demons.
my
and
God.
all that.
Every time we keep talking about shit,
The poop.
literally
It's
he
sacred shit.
almost shit himself last night at the Rave because the bathrooms were so bad.
Oh
Shit.
man.
I told you, man. Like,
Oh,
we
that's
gotta talk
It's a
about that
college
shit.
When
Wow.
he
We
gets
gotta-
to the real,
We're
we
doing
should have
Spinx.
put it on like at the beginning because it was so bad. He saw the first Rave bathroom piss all over. Crazy.
There was shit
Mhm.
on the fucking on the toilet paper dispenser and on the fucking handle. Like, how do you flush? Everybody's having shit on their shoe. Everybody. So it was just like when I seen it, I was a little like, damn, this is crazy. It's filling up slow, but it kind of like grew. And I was like, damn, I really should have shit earlier in the night. Cause man,
I know.
it was crazy. But anyway, the funny story. I walk in there and I'm like, before I'm ready to go, I'm like, oh shit, get in there. See this dude, he's just looking to go in there, and then fucking he turns around. And we kind of just had this little like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm not doing that. And then I go in there and I'm like, damn, I'm considering it. And I'm like, shit,
Shit,
no,
shit,
I'm not
shit,
doing it. I'm not
shit.
doing it either. And we just he literally stayed in there, waited for me.
Oh,
And
that's
I walk out and he was just like, I'd rather just shit my pants. and I felt that shit. I felt that shit.
I
in
feel
my
that
soul.
shit too.
So he was like, damn, fuck these pants. I thrifted them for $4.
Did
You
you
know?
shit?
No. But I was
But
like,
you were like,
yeah,
I'm
I kept moving. The speedway is 24 hours. So a lot. I will say this: if you've ever been to New York, there needs to be more public restrooms because you deserve to have people shit in your streets. You
Oh.
deserve to have people
Oh,
shit
yeah.
on your fucking parks. You guys, it is so crazy
It's hard to find that in there.
how like it's like I feel like it's a human right to be able to piss and shit somewhere, and to like not have that shit available, bro.
It
It
is.
I
is
agree.
wild.
I agree. We should start a
Wild.
movement.
Yeah.
I think they start doing
More
this,
public fucking
like,
bathrooms.
Yeah, in the park.
Stop saying the shit ain't for fucking for customers only.
Yeah.
Have a cleaner.
Yeah, more
Have
porta
art.
potties. Just put them
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah,
You know?
something.
Some people don't like. They refuse to go in porta potties. Like
Really?
even at festivals.
Yeah.
You know, people that
I
just
shit in the woods.
hold
Is
it
it
for
just too
4
dark?
days,
I
or
just
yeah,
can't.
go in the woods.
I'll
or
hold
something.
it.
Gotta-
I went in a tree
What about if you
bed
have a
one
headlamp?
time and I shit in there.
Little
I'm
marine
going off.
shovel.
Stick
What about if you have a headlamp?
Little
Like a headlamp?
So it's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Hell
Yeah.
Like
You
most
wanna do it like you-
satisfaction.
No,
most
I can't. Like
satisfaction.
I
One of
can't
those
poop in the
folding
porta
shovels.
potties. It's not for me.
It's not, but it's
What about just squatting on
but
the
it's a
fucking
strong
top?
one. It's a good one.
Nah. Not
Just
for
do
me
it. And
at
we're
all.
like boom, boom, boom. You're welcome to the earth.
I go shit in the
That's
woods.
no trade.
Yes, yeah.
I take me
Like
and
that.
my dog and we go sit over a log and take a shit.
Yeah, that's
I'm
pretty.
so glad that we're all like,
Connect.
you know, we're all just connected through the fact that we all simply shit.
Yeah.
And we go through a lot of shit.
This is the we're gonna definitely put it somewhere in the title. Shit happens,
Shit
and
happens.
it'll for me from that moment. But no, talk about some of the things that you're most proud of in living life.
Okay, wow, that's a good one. I would say what I feel like most happy and proud to show up for is women giving birth and like taking care of them afterwards. I feel being of service is like such a great chance for us to like really step out of ourselves, and for me life is like so precious. We don't know how we're going to like pass away, so the moment that we take our first breath to the moment we take our last, it's like up to us to decide what quality of breath and life that we get to breathe before that. And to be a part of a human, I've been a doula for 3 births, to be a part of witnessing and holding space for the first breath of human
I'm
life
gonna cry.
is like so, yeah,
It
I cried
is
so
beautiful.
much. It is
I'd be
so
so happy
beautiful.
to watch that.
And the lack of postpartum care and support for mommies that go through birth is a big fucking deal. Like, it's no joke.
Oh yeah,
I'm just calling in more support. I want to create like a.
I passed out on one.
You had a baby?
You passed out.
3.
Yeah!
Oh yeah.
Oh!
I mean, I didn't
it's
have
no
anything.
joke.
Let's just say that much.
Can you pass the mic real quick?
Yeah.
Pass the mic. But yeah, I would say holding space for birth, and also what I'm also very proud of is me getting to know my shadow side and befriending my shadow, my inner darkness,
Yeah,
my
be
fucking
friends
part
with
of me
that
that's
shit.
like, pay attention to me, I'm gonna destroy everything, all the people you love. And I'm like, oh shit, what's up, homie? Okay, fuck yeah, shadow is here to stay. I love you and I trust you, but.
Did she scare you with that shadow side? I saw him look. He was like,
He
what?
knows. He's like, oh shit, I'm mostly shadow. What about you, Mike?
Yeah.
Similarly, although not necessarily the birth of life itself, but just creative expression, like creating anything. Like I've always, even when we first started making music in bands, it was almost more enjoyable to get someone to play music for the first time more than it was to play music for ourselves for the 80th time.
Yeah.
You know, watching someone take that step, watching the bird fly out of the nest, and they're always so scared yeah, I'm a little bad with peer pressure in that way, especially when I know it's something that's good for somebody. And it's like, this is gonna be good for you to get on this stage and do this right now. I know you're scared, but you're gonna do it. And it can be with anything, when it comes to artists, like when we did festivals, we book artists that had never done a festival, never vended before.
Yeah.
And they're scared, they don't know what to bring, they're asking all these questions, and at the end they're like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. It's like, yep, all you needed was just that one little push out of the door,
Yeah.
and you could do it. And it even if it's an art thing or a business thing, a lot of people when it comes to sort of becoming their own boss or being an entrepreneur, or even if they're in a business and they're a little afraid of expanding, or people are afraid of success in a lot of those ways.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to be there to say, I believe in you. Like, I think you got this. And then being able to do whatever I can on my side. I mean, back in the day, just literally shoving a mic in someone's face to now being like, hey, if you have a problem with communication and messaging to clients or customers or the kind of people that you want to reach, like, there's people out there. There's help out there. Any questions you have, anything you need. We live in a world now where we're surrounded by it. You just got to say yes to doing it. And I'm proud to be able to do it.
I think.
Yeah, you got a song about that?
Just my soul song.
So that's one of
It's
those.
like my background. I feel like there's
Yeah.
probably a song that I think is like just.
It's like like your theme music for the movie of life. Just always.
What's the new song that you've been working on? I keep seeing you post that you're doing.
It's called Meditate.
Okay, it's
girl.
called Meditate. I got you.
So Meditate came from a trauma-dramatic experience that I had in relation to like, there's like a big sisterhood wound and like gossiping and rumors and betrayal and like talking about people behind their back. You know, that's pretty prominent in our collective. And for me, I've done it, and I'm now choosing to not belittle others when they're not, like with my people. Like if you're my friend and we're like tight, like when you're not around me, I'm gonna lift you up. And so it got around to me that there was some shit talk in my name towards me, like people trying to smear shit all over my name, and I was like, okay, like it sent me into fight or flight, and I really wanted to like react and like do big violent things. I was also in Colombia taking care of a newborn baby and a mommy that just birthed a baby, so it also showed me, like, took me out of that
So
trauma.
Important things going on.
Yeah, and just showed me like what's really important, and that's nourishing the seed of life, nourishing the seed of creation, and also just being of service, like stepping out of self and realizing that even if I'm not like, So long story short, Meditate came from that. Instead of reacting and in that like fight or flight response, I just responded by making music, and I love this song. It's like one of my favorites.
When does it drop?
Don't know yet. I'm still writing the second.
Have you like so it's something that like you haven't
I just
shared
haven't.
with anyone.
I haven't released any music. My first release is gonna be in March 2024.
You
And
heard
I'm
it here
dropping
first.
singles. I have 17 songs that I've been cooking up, and I'm like,
But we're gonna
let's
have to
get
get
ready
something.
for the honey drip, because it's about to come.
So we got the Feelin Good magazine. We got
Okay.
the March issue coming up.
Let's
And
go.
so I want to get a list of some of these songs. We're gonna get a photo shoot before we leave,
Boom, boom.
and then I'm gonna have you in the magazine.
Wham, bam.
Yeah,
I got these piss sweating. Let's go.
let's go.
Do you want me to, is it okay if I share a couple verses real quick from that song?
Yeah,
Alright,
please.
guys. I sit and meditate in the morning. You know that I stay on it. There are people trying to tear me down, but trust me, they ain't gonna. Got the inner warrior, got the light from within. This isn't just a song, this is a daily affirmation. I don't need your approval to get to where I'm going. Where I'm going, said I'm going. Yes, I'm going. All the hate that you spew, I'm just gonna keep showing love, 'cause I've got enough. Love is the greatest force in existence. That's why I'll stay persistent. What you think is not my business. Gotta do your dirty dishes. You can make promises and wishes, but that don't mean you with it. I sit, I wait, I listen, but what I'm hearing, it ain't coherent. Let it fall, let it burn. I will stand tall as I live and learn. And what you think about me, that's not my problem. Go ahead, look in the mirror, it's up to you to solve them. Let's get it, they point, they laugh, wanna see me drown. The thing about me is that I'm up when I'm down. The joke's on you, you the biggest clown. So keep spreading rumors and lies around town. Or maybe you'll find something better to do. Like, I don't know, maybe make all of your dreams come true. I sit and meditate in the morning. You know that I stay on it. There are people trying to tear me down, but trust me, they ain't gonna.
Yes.
Get the light from within. This isn't just a song, this is my daily affirmation. I don't need your approval to get to where I'm going. And all the hate that you spew, I'm just gonna keep showing love. 'Cause I got enough.
Beautiful.
Fire. Yeah, we gotta.
And then I go like this. No! They don't like it though, look. But when I do that, I shoot rainbows from my butt, from the third eye to the third eyes.
That's like the music video.
Yes, shooting rainbows. He was like, I wasn't ready for that.
I wasn't.
The hell that come from? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it came.
Yeah, thanks for letting me share.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Great, yeah.
Yeah,
Do
we-
your dirty dishes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
March,
Fired up.
March 2024 is coming.
March 2024.
You thinking early or late March?
Early March, and the
Early
first
March.
release is called Get Behind It.
But you're
The next
also,
one is Silly Bitch.
You're also performing still. You're still taking bookings for it as next.
Definitely,
Okay.
yes. Still taking bookings.
Hell yeah. I saw her perform. We're at a festival, and I didn't know it was her. and I walk onto the stage and I see somebody performing. I'm like, no fucking way! Look at this bitch. She's up there. It was crazy. It's really cool.
Where did we first connect to? It's like right on the before the festival.
I think the podcast. We did the podcast.
No, we did the
Festival
after.
podcast.
No, it was something before the festival.
Oh, we were at Denver Studios and Axel had introduced us, I think, and then you were telling me about yourself.
Yes.
Then after that, then the
Then the
festival,
festival, then the podcast.
Yes.
Now we heal.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm
That's the
saying?
message.
Come
That's the
on,
message.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we do when people talk shit?
We get successful.
Amen.
Success is the best revenge.
Bam.
Yeah.
When I see it too, it's like they had a spot on my rocket ship, like y'all want to launch with me, and now it's like you just get to be a particle in the fuel tank now.
Yeah.
But you did that, like there was space for you, but we have no space for dead weight, or like it's important that we stay in our lane and not let our creative attention, like the greatest gift we have to life is our attention and our energy. So what we put our attention and our focus and our energy towards, that's us giving it. So the more we just focus on the more our life is gonna be like, and the more we focus on like the creative potential that's there and the potential that we all have and that we all have access to. But like you said, like the world is growing smaller and it's up to us to like break open within ourselves.
Yeah, and it extra hurts when it's someone close to you that does you dirty like that.
Yeah, then
You
you're
know,
like, damn.
it's one thing for some random person to comment, you're like, whatever.
Yeah,
But when it's somebody you know,
that you let in really close,
it
vulnerably, like
cuts, right?
It's
And but at the same time, I think like you said, you just gotta let it go. It doesn't matter who it is or why it is. If you're true to your mission, if you know this rocket ship is going, whether you're coming or not, you could decide to either stay down there with them so that they're happy now and they're not mad at you anymore or whatever. But that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You gotta choose that. Because that's what happens. Any kind of success, even the littlest bit of success, people will they get mad. They get mad at it, and especially if it's someone you're close to. They view your relationship in a hierarchical way. A lot of people see everything in like hierarchy. And there was a great quote about you have two choices in life. You can either choose to build the biggest building, or you can choose to tear everyone else's down so yours is the biggest.
Oh.
So you can make that choice, and there's one positive one and there's one negative one. So
I like that.
Yeah.
That's
we all
really
choose
cool.
that.
Amen.
So speaking of, to close this thing out, 2024, speaking of going like a rocket ship, where do you see Mike and, everything that you're doing, here in the area, in 2024?
I'm open to just keep spreading the word, keep inspiring more creatives and doing stuff. My business is, we're trying to expand a lot more outside of just the Cincinnati area.
Oh,
so
facts.
we have some stuff coming up, traveling to different conventions and jobs that are happening around the country now. Because we've sort of taken, the past year we took a very concentrated effort to try to form relationships outside of just this network. We don't want to see ourselves pigeonholed like that. And
100%.
a lot of people they start a business and they immediately think, how do I sell to the person sitting right next to me, when you could be selling to everybody.
What I told Maddie was, I would love to, have you guys come down, for like a show like that, and
absolutely.
We go crazy and pick like one artist that I don't know, maybe even have like one group, kind of how it was with the
Beyond the Stage Live. That really the whole brainchild of it is to just inspire more people to understand that there's a lot of ways that this can be done. Because the music industry, it's unfortunate to say, and I thought COVID would change it. It did not. The music industry still operates on this like 1979 model of how it works, and it's just time for a change.
Yeah.
And so we're hoping even if Beyond the Stage Live doesn't blow up, hopefully we'll inspire people to rethink, be like, whoa, I could do something like that.
What is that, Beyond the Stage Live? I'm sorry.
Beyond the Stage Live is this. It's a live event / podcast series. It's like a mixture between like Tiny Desk Concert, Audio Tree Live, with the WVXU out of Seattle. They do great stuff like that, where we invite an artist in, they perform some songs, and then in between every song or so, we'll sit down for like a podcast break, and we live stream it, we record it.
It's really, really cool. Like,
I love
we like to keep it an intimate event, so yeah, hey,
That would be
we got a lot. We're trying to expand more to other venues because I mean, just doing it now that like they said, this was our 6th one that I've been a part of, and it's mainly we're operated by Andrew Eisler, big part of Native, big part of Madison Theater here in Covington, and so he's been talking about this for years. I mean, he was talking about this before COVID, and now finally he was like, all right, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And he was scary, you know, he had those butterflies. He's like, is it gonna work? Are people gonna come? Sure enough, now it's like on the 7th one. It's like you just gotta,
That's awesome.
gotta go and do it, you know. So to anyone out there that has an idea, maybe you've been sitting on it for your whole life, just do it. Just try a little bit, you know.
Amen.
We're all here to support you. We're all gonna have your back up here.
Yep. And the only way to it is through it. It's like people are like, oh, I couldn't perform like that because I'd be too nervous, or it's like that's still there, but it's doing it anyways. It's like cultivating enough courage within your, like, just knowing that what the ideas that you have and the story that you've built and the purpose, like nobody else has your fingerprint. You matter. What you came to bring matters, and it's important. And I feel like Cincinnati and like what we're doing here, I'm so excited because I just feel how much we're starting to like really weave in together and like grid down, and like it's just so inspiring, and I would love to connect more with you guys. I have a really beautiful network here.
We
as
definitely
well.
doing a follow-up. This is just the beginning, I'm sure.
We are fanning this fire, baby. We're fanning your fire too. Burn, bitches. Let's go.
Yeah, as I told you, I'd love to sponsor, you know, the event, and you know that you guys do, and maybe vice versa, have you guys sponsor us. You know,
Yeah,
and,
100%.
You know, figure some way to, you know, really join heads, because I definitely see the vision. I definitely, you know, coming here is only you know, a 5-hour drive from the city, and you know, we bring some people in here, and it's
And I mean, our vision is not to even, you know, we've been saying like this is not something that's isolated here. Like a group of guys could do the same exact thing in Michigan, or you just have artists. You know, they don't have to be Cincinnati artists. Like they can just come from anywhere and come do it here. You know,
That would be
the internet's available to
Yeah.
everybody.
Get everybody linked
Bring
in,
them here.
different artists.
Yeah.
I would love to
vendors and
bring,
stuff.
I would love to bring a bunch of them here just to see that.
Let's go.
Just to see that experience, you know, it's priceless. Like I said, it's like a roller coaster experience, and I'm not riding shit like that anymore, you know. So
You've had a wild weekend. You've been on a number of roller coasters.
but well, this was like you know, it's like a roller coaster for the mind, you know, like just like watching it, not understanding anything.
I don't know how he just let me take the reins on some stuff. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do this. And
I
then
just
we're
kind of
gonna do
trusted
this,
it. It
and
was
we're
like,
gonna do
hey,
this.
you say you have, you know,
I was
bag.
like,
I was like, hey,
you
say
showed
less.
me this.
I got a rental. We can fucking drive. I'm ready to go wherever.
Love it.
You know, we're about to get this
Courage,
working.
baby. Faith. Having faith in the process.
And you could have said no. You could have been like, oh no, I don't want to.
We taking shots around this bitch.
Yeah, something
Shooting.
made
Shots like this.
Yeah.
Shooting.
Something
Like
made you
sports
turn that
shit
key.
again.
You took the exit on the highway. You said, I'm on the way.
Yeah.
I'm going. No looking back.
Yeah, we ain't looking back.
It's also really nice because I usually do like the vending tour stuff by myself the last few years, and then I had one girlfriend that I went with last year. But it's nice also just having like somebody who doesn't like the exact same things that I do.
Right.
So it's like sports, and then I got to show them like new things. Like that's what I love. I love showing stuff like the new stuff.
Yeah, we're literally chilling next to the table. We don't want to take too much time. We're literally chilling next to the table, and she's like, "Put your hats over here." I'm like, "You got all this."
Put your what over there?
I had like a bag of hats.
Okay.
Like just like bucket hats. Like
Nice.
I had a couple hats like Dad's fuck better, Mom's fuck better. You know, just stuff we embroider. We like embroider we embroider stuff like that. But it was just like random hats. And she's like, "Put them up here." And I'm like, "Well, it's kind of like fucking throws the whole fucking theme off of what we're trying to do here." I was like, let me just put them on some totes, you know, put them on some totes below
I
some
don't
shit.
give a fuck, just
But it
put
was
that shit
just
up there.
like, you know, we had them on the table, and you know, they started selling, and it was just like, hell yeah.
That's awesome.
So to have like that piggyback, it's like, hey,
Yes.
like at events, you know, vintage events the same way. You know, a male can, you know, be at a booth, you know, sometimes a certain demographic won't approach them. But a woman's there, it's like, hey, I'll fucking, you know, approach. She looks approachable, you know, and it's like having like that team. It's like you capture both demographics. You can fucking reel him in. I'm like, hey, go check him out. He's ready to shop. I'm like, hey, you fucking buy some shit. I got $10 off a hat.
Yeah,
He's
we
like,
were
whoa, what the
green
fuck?
teaming it out.
I was like,
Green
hey,
teaming it out.
shop. He's like,
Shop till you drop.
yeah, and he was hype as fuck. He's like, bro, you made that fire shirt. I said, that wasn't me, that was her. I said, she made the shirt, I gave you the hat. And he's like, oh, I love you both then. And I was like, yeah, bro. It was just cool, man.
That is cool.
But to close this thing out, leave us a closing statement in your words, and then closing statement in your words. Ladies first.
Yeah, okay. Well, I would say my closing statement was what my mom programmed with me as a child. Like growing up, she always told me, you can do anything you want to do and be anything you want to be. Just always live by the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have done unto you. And believe in yourself. You have something so precious, so beautiful, so sacred to offer the world. Even if that's just showing up and smiling and looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I love you. And I rippled that because that's what I've been cultivating into you. You're awesome. And yeah, I hope to clap my butt cheeks with you someday. That's my closing statement.
I don't think I can follow quite the same.
He said that was a fucking good one.
But yeah, I run a little podcast YouTube channel. You can find me online, Mike Heffron. It's the Be Bold and Everywhere podcast. I talk about creativity in general, but creativity a lot around people that are trying to take their creativity into a professional setting. So we talk a lot about entrepreneurship, mindset, everything it takes to do it. But if I could leave with one statement, it's just ABC, which is always be creative. Can't go wrong.
Ooh, I like that. Always be creative.
Snaps for
We
me.
need to
Put that on t-shirt.
embroider some
Yeah.
sweaters with that. Send it out.
Oh, I think
That'd be
we
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you both
You'll
again.
just send me your logo, and I'll make up some mock-ups.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'd be dope.
Yeah, but I appreciate you. It was great meeting you. Great meeting you. I'm definitely getting a follow up. Full interview next time, and likewise for you. I'd love to get a full interview, and even get Andrew in, and really just further tell that story that you have.
Mm-hmm. Would love it, man.
Yeah.
Anytime.
This is a closing song. My man Vark, he's a great friend of mine. He's an artist from Bay City, Michigan. He wrote a song about the Feelin Good podcast and the 99 jersey plug, like the vintage clothing store. He kind of gave me a big shout out. This is the jingle for the Feelin Good. We play it every episode. Enjoy. Go follow. Go show some love. Drop in the pages. Thanks, y'all. Episode 318.
318. That's crazy.
Yeah, me too, baby.
We did 400 police this year.
Today. I believe it. That's awesome.
He wrote too.
You?
No.
Not this one.
He shouted out the line there.
He's talking about the store that I have. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Yeah, you'll like it. You'll like it. Definitely one of those songs you gotta listen to in the car. You gotta soak it in. Especially if you check out the 99 Jersey Plug. It's like, we have like a dope vintage clothing store in my garage. And
That's so fun.
imagine this in here. It would literally be like racks of clothes, shoes, like just different stuff. Kind of how she has it, but everything's for sale.
yeah.
The same thing. Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
So
baby.
where is Bay City? In Michigan? Like in relation to
So
like Ann
if-
Arbor or...
It's like right here.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
So it's like north of Detroit or...
yeah, a little bit.